So, the 27th. So, the 27th of September, I got. So, the 27th of September, or 26th, I can't quite remember, but I know it was the 27th of September, I replied to him. A deviant artist known by his username HollowBoneTree commented on my profile, which I had been using to upload my artwork as I've been getting into the hobby of drawing. But anyway, it's besides the point. He comments on my profile and he says something along the lines of like, "Hey, I just opened commissions. Would you be interested in getting a commission done for me? Like with a certain price, of course." And so he shows he sends a picture of like the deals he offers and what you get with the deal you choose. So there's the $10 one for just the sketch, no coloring. The $25 or $6 one for the sketch plus the coloring, but it's like a flat color. And then the $52 one for like the sketch, the coloring, shading, not flat color, the whole package deal, I guess. But originally I was gonna go for the $25 one because I only had a little bit of money at the time, but my daddy-o sent a little bit of money over, I think like $15 or so. And that got me enough money to get the $25 one. But my ma pitched in 20 and I pitched in another 10 from my own like actual paper money thing, and I managed to get to $59. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get the $52 one. It's like $52.52, something like that. Anyway. So I text him back, and I'm like, I don't understand. At first, I didn't understand the deals because it's written in euro, and I thought it was cent, which is why I was dumbfounded at first. But he explained to me he uses euro, so he's European, and all that such and such. But anyway, so I tell him I want the $52 one, and he's like, cool. And so I reply back, something along the lines of like, okay, how do we get started? How does the process work? Etc. Etc. And when I asked him that, this was before I made my decision on the $52 one, because I asked what the process was, and then I asked. So he told me, I'm very scrambled today, as you can tell, but he told me that he draws this. I give him a description or a reference picture or both of what I want drawn. He draws a sketch, sends it over, and then I work with him. If there's some modifications I want or changes, he'll do it to the best of his ability, and then once we get what I want, once we get to where I want it to be, I send over the money, the payment, and he gets to work on it as soon as possible. So, he showed me. I also asked him what was the difference between the $25 one and the $52 one, and after him showing me that, I was like, okay, let's go for the $52 one. Screw it, let's go all out. So, another day rolls by, and I text him again. Oh, he texts me. This was the day after. God, I'm bad at dates. Anyway, all that stuff usually was the day after the 27th. Anyway, so he asked me to mail him on Deviant Art, which I've never used before. So I go ahead and figure out how to mail him, and I'm like, Jesus, walking. He's like, you want to do it on Discord? And I'm like, that would make it leaks better. So all the stuff of me asking him the prices and such was on the 27th, if I remember correctly. But then us really getting started and figure out what the difference is between the $26 and the $52 one was on the 28th. Anyway, he sent me his Discord username, and I find him on Discord, and I add him on there, which is the 28th. And so we get to talking. You know, I give him a basic description of what I want, which I have right here. Give me 1 second, day. Right here, no. There. Right here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but this is kind of what I wanted. Except I wanted, where is it? I wanted a different shirt with it, which is this shirt, to go with the captain kind of look, because I actually looked up what captains wear, such and such. So he's like, oh, I can get that drawn, you know, no big deal. And I'm like, sick. And he's like, so what? So he sends me over a sketch. Right? It takes about 2 or 4 hours, something like that. Maybe 3. Anyway, it's somewhere around 2 to 4 hours, and he sends me over a sketch. And this is like 2 to 4 hours after I give him the example photo. And he sends me this right here, which is honestly really cool. Great artist, absolutely phenomenal artist. But so I'm like, my God, that is awesome. Yeah, it was about 3.5 hours afterwards, anyway. But I told him, like, I wasn't expecting this till like friggin' tomorrow afternoon, you know, CST, which is the time zone I'm in. And I say, I have a couple suggestions if you don't mind. And he's like, yeah, sure, shoot, go ahead. What changes do you want? So I tell him, so I talk with my mom for a bit, and I'm like, so if I want to go for a captain's look, so originally I was thinking a tobacco pipe, but I figured it looked a little too wacky out of Splatoon world, and you know, I'm mainly family friendly, so it just, I don't think it would look right. Anyway, so I instead go with a compass in this hand, my left, but your right, and a telescope in my right is your left. And so he's like, yeah, I can get that done, and he sends me over this a few minutes later, which is really cool. I love it a lot. Simple, yet unique. He sent me that over about 10 minutes afterwards. And then I say, hey, I have one more suggestion if you don't mind. He's like, fire away. And I asked him if he can get the eyes to look at the compass. So, about a few minutes later, he sends me over this, which is obviously my Inkling character look at the compass. And I said, I like that. I think I'll stick with it. I'm happy with this one. And so he's like, yeah, awesome. What color do you want the eyes and ink? So like the tentacles and such and such. And I tell him, like, give me a moment. I'm thinking, looking around, getting some ideas. And he's like, yeah, sure, take your time. So about 15 minutes later, 13 minutes later, I come back and I say I want the eye colors to be blue because that's what my in-game character's color is, blue. And then I told him, and the ink took me a bit to find. So this is the reference picture I gave him, which is kind of blonde. This was very hard to find, by the way. But I asked him for like a kind of a blondish ink color. Kind of like my hair in real life, except it's dark right now because of the lighting. Anyway, he's like, yeah, sure, kind of like a soft yellow sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, that works, that's fine. So he said, awesome. As soon as the payment goes through, I'll stare on him. And he sends me a link to his stuff and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get done tomorrow. No big deal. So tomorrow rolls on by. And this is like 12:58 a.m. So tomorrow is still technically the same day, but whatever. So tomorrow rolls on by, and I get the payment sent over to him. So I send him some screenshots. And of proof that I paid him the amount, which was $53. So I guess like 50 cents more or something than needed. But he texted me at 6:37 p.m. on the 29th. He's like, "Hey, just got online. I got the payment. I'll get started on it ASAP." And he's like, and I'm like, "Coolio, good luck." And he said, "Thanks." And we started to work on it. He's really cute. I couldn't help but just smirk at that, like, "Oh, he thinks he's cute." Anyway, I sent him some pictures that I've drawn personally, that I've uploaded on my DeviantArt, which is in my About section on both channels. But I sent him some pictures over time. He didn't reply back, so for a little bit, I honestly thought, because my mom warned me about this, my daddy warned me about this, I thought for just a moment that I was getting scammed. But he texted back on the 2nd of October. He's like, "Hey, I've been really busy, busy weekend, such and such." I'm like, that's fine. And I told him, because he was doing other commissions before mine, and I personally seen. I was like, "Hey, I saw some of the commissions you've done on DeviantArt, really cool." And he's like, "Hey, thanks." And we talk a little bit about life and stuff, but that doesn't matter to this video. But 2 days later, on the 4th of October, 2023, he texts me out of the blue. No, pre-text, no, "Hey, I got this," or whatever, no, nothing. He just texts me a picture with this, which is now the channel icon and banner. And I absolutely loved it. And love it, past tense. But he's got the kind of soft yellow tentacles for the blonde. The captain's hat is phenomenal. I actually have my character's outfit is a captain because I have I have a captain's hat in real life that I got as a gift. For doing all my map testing, or TCAP testing, this year in one day, because I got all the tests done in one day. So we went to Cracker Barrel, and they got me that as a gift. So it's from Cracker Barrel, actually. But anyway, so I gained the nickname Skipper. And, so I like the nickname Skipper. So I based my Inkling character around that. That's why I really wanted the captain's hat in the game before the season ended. But, yeah. I love it. The shading, the coloring, the drawing, everything's perfect to me. Absolutely perfect. The compass, what do you see here? Jesus, hard angle. But the compass right there. I love the little detailing, kind of like a brass. I had glasses like that when I was younger. Telescope's a nice kind of soft gold, as well as the anchor, kind of like a goldy silver brass thing. And I think the red looks really nice. I honestly think the red looks really nice with the rest of the outfit. But yeah, that is how I got my channel banner for the second channel, or this channel, and channel icon. And then, I asked him if he could crop it out to just have a hat, like so, for, channel, for video thumbnails, and for the icon on the first channel, the main channel, and I replaced the fedora with the, hat as well, as you could probably tell if you look over there. Anyway, very, very talented artist. If you ever need any drawings done and you are willing to pay a good chunk of money, I'd highly recommend him. If I don't know if he does just Splatoon commissions, I don't know for sure, but he does mainly Splatoon stuff. So if you're a Splatoon fanatic and you have the money to burn $52 or under, go for it. I'd highly recommend him. Great artist. I'll link his DeviantArt page below. I've already linked it in the community post and my channel's about section for both channels. So I already like, you know, credited him enough, but screw it, I'm gonna credit him again. What is this silly little video I thought, you know, dude? Because this is my first commission ever that I got done by someone. So this is kind of like a monumental moment for me. And I was always last like couple of months wanting a kind of channel art done, but you know I just didn't know of any, you know, artists around or anything. So just the fact that they happened to comment on my profile kind of gave me that I like you. So yeah. Anyway, show him some love. If, like I said, have money to burn, you love Splatoon, you want artwork done, recommend him. I highly recommend him. Talented artist. Like I said, I'll link his channel, his DeviantArt page into the description of this video. And that's pretty much it. Sorry, I've been a bit rambly. I'm very scatterbrained, so a lot of stuff is kind of out of order in this video. Because I don't, like I said, my scatterbrain. But anyway, whatever time of the day, whatever time of day it is for you, hopefully you have a good morning / afternoon / evening / night, which for me currently, it's 3:27 in the morning.